Black women hold a special place in the story of black struggle for equal rights in this country. 68 years ago, on December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on an Alabama bus. She was arrested, and her protest sparked what would become a national civil rights movement and the rise of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But what is less known and talked about is that 13 years before Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat in Alabama, in 1942, Ellery Jones, another black woman, also refused to give up her seat to a white person on the same bus route, and she was pulled off the bus and beaten with a pipe by the police. Claudette Colvin was a 15-year-old black teen who protested when she was asked to give up her seat on a Montgomery bus to a white person. She too was beaten by the police. In 1945, two women in the military, Roberta McKenzie and Gladys Blackman, were beaten after they refused to give up their seats on an Alabama bus. As a black woman, speaking up for yourself and questioning unjust treatment can lead to police abuse. Having an uncooperative attitude has always been a justification for police abuse against black women. From the early 1900s to the late 1960s, all the way to the present day, black women have faced assault and arrest for failing to have the right attitude or giving deference to a white person. Rosa Parks and Ellery Jones spoke up for themselves, and it led to them being arrested and abused by the police. Sandra Bland spoke up for herself, and she was abused. Breon King, a black elementary school teacher, was pulled over in Austin, Texas, and was brutalized by the police after she protested her treatment. For black women, the police are not only abusers, they are often used by white citizens to enact justice on black women when they feel a black woman has offended them. We still see that today. The police are called when a black person is perceived as being in the wrong park or walking down the wrong street. From the slave ship to slave patrols to black codes, all the way through Jim Crow and segregation, black women have always been the victims of abuse and mistreatment by law enforcement. The same reasons to justify abuse against black people 150 years ago are still being used today. So when we think about Rosa Parks, also think about and remember the countless other black women who stood up for themselves and said no.